Imagine a factory so massive and so advanced that it feels less like an industrial building and more like something pulled straight out of a science fiction movie. Rising from the Texas desert near Austin, Tesla's Gigafactory Texas looks quiet from the outside. But inside, something extraordinary is happening. Cars are being built at a pace the auto industry was never designed to handle. Robots work non-stop, machines make decisions on their own, and production never sleeps. This isn't just a place where vehicles are assembled. This is Elon Musk's boldest experiment, yet a factory designed to rewrite the rules of manufacturing itself. And what's happening inside could change the future of the entire auto industry. Most people judge a car by its design, range, or features. Very few stop to ask a more important question: how was this car actually made? Step inside Giga Texas, and that question suddenly becomes impossible to ignore. The environment feels unreal. There are fewer humans than you'd expect, and far more machines that don't just follow instructions, but learn, adapt, and improve. Everything runs around the clock, guided by software, sensors, and artificial intelligence. And this is exactly where Tesla believes the real competition is being won. But the most shocking part of this factory isn't the size or the speed. It's the way Tesla has completely reimagined how a car should even be built. At the heart of Giga Texas is a machine that many engineers still struggle to fully comprehend. The Giga. Just hearing the name sounds extreme, and it is. This is one of the most powerful industrial casting machines on the planet, capable of exerting around 10,000 tons of pressure in a single press. To put that into perspective, it's like the combined weight of thousands of elephants coming down at once. Traditional car manufacturing relies on hundreds of individual parts welded together over time. Tesla threw that idea away. The GigaPress creates massive sections of a car's frame in a single shot. Fewer parts, fewer welds, less time, less room for error, and stronger vehicles as a result. Legacy automakers are watching closely, because copying this system isn't just expensive, it requires rebuilding factories from the ground up. But that wasn't the whole story. Surrounding the GigaPress is a choreography of robotic arms that feels almost alive. These machines lift, weld, paint, and assemble with a precision no human workforce could match. They don't get tired, they don't take breaks, and more importantly, they learn. Every movement is tracked. Every mistake is recorded. If something goes wrong once, the system adjusts so it doesn't happen again. Humans haven't disappeared from the factory, but their role has changed. Instead of doing repetitive labor, workers monitor data, fine-tune processes, and handle tasks that still require delicate judgment. Over time, even that balance is shifting. Tesla has been clear about its goal: reduce human intervention as much as possible. And what happened next pushes this idea even further. Giga Texas doesn't operate like a normal factory with shifts, whistles, or downtime. It runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There is no closing time. Sensors constantly monitor temperature, pressure, vibration, and output. If a machine shows early signs of failure, the system flags it before production is affected. In some cases, backup systems activate automatically. This is why some engineers quietly refer to it as a self-healing factory. Every second, massive amounts of data are collected and analyzed, ensuring quality stays consistent and defects are caught instantly. This non-stop operation gives Tesla something most competitors simply can't match: speed at scale. But speed alone doesn't win the future. Power does. Deep inside Giga Texas, Tesla is also producing one of its most closely watched technologies, the 4680 battery cell. Unlike traditional battery packs sourced from suppliers, these cells are built in-house. This gives Tesla tighter control over cost, performance, and supply. The 4680 design allows batteries to act as part of the car's structure, reducing weight while increasing strength and range. Many experts believe this is one of Tesla's biggest long-term advantages. By owning the battery process end-to-end, Tesla isn't just building cars faster, it's insulating itself from supply chain chaos that has crippled other automakers. And this is where tension starts rising across the industry. For decades, car companies upgraded factories piece by piece. Tesla ignored that playbook. Giga Texas was designed as a fully integrated system from day one. That's why traditional manufacturers are struggling to respond. Retrofitting old plants is slow, expensive, and often inefficient. Tesla didn't just improve manufacturing, it replaced it. This gap is growing, not shrinking. And while other brands announce new models or flashy features, Tesla keeps refining the machine behind the scenes quietly, relentlessly. Which leads to an uncomfortable question many executives are now asking themselves, and that sense of manageability is what ultimately sticks. Long after debates cool down and new launches try to steal attention, people remember how a decision made them feel: calm instead of anxious, confident instead of uncertain, secure instead of stretched. Those feelings don't come from horsepower numbers or screen sizes. They come from alignment. When a product fits neatly into real life without demanding sacrifices, this is why the ripple effects won't disappear quietly. Even buyers who don't choose this car will carry its influence forward. It becomes the silent comparison in the back of their minds. The reason they hesitate before paying more, the reason they question whether more advanced actually means more useful. And once that internal filter exists, marketing alone can't remove it. Over time, this could reshape how success is measured. Not just units sold, but trust earned. Not just innovation speed, but adoption, comfort. Not just future readiness, but present reliability. These are harder metrics to quantify, but they're far more durable. They determine who survives transitions instead of being disrupted by them. What's unfolding isn't resistance to progress. It's a demand for pacing, a reminder that markets move with people, not projections. When technology races ahead of infrastructure and affordability, people slow it down. When solutions meet people where they are, adoption accelerates naturally. That balance is easy to ignore until someone gets it right. And that's the real legacy taking shape here. Not a sudden overthrow of the industry. Not a dramatic shift overnight, but a recalibration, a quiet reminder that practicality still wins, that empathy still matters, that understanding everyday life can be more powerful than predicting the distant future. In the end, the loudest disruptions don't always arrive with noise. Some arrive softly, settle in, and change the way decisions are made from that point forward. And once that happens, the road ahead is never quite the same again. Giga Texas isn't just about cars. It's a prototype for the future of industry itself. The same systems used here could power robotics, energy storage, AI manufacturing, and technologies we haven't even seen yet. Some analysts believe this factory is Tesla's real product hand. The cars are just the output. If that's true, then Tesla isn't competing with automakers anymore. It's competing with entire industrial systems. And the implications of that are massive. So the next time you see a Tesla on the road, remember this: it wasn't simply assembled. It was born inside one of the most advanced factories ever created, where machines think, learn, and build other machines. Giga Texas isn't just a building in the desert. It's a glimpse of what the future of manufacturing might look like, and whether the rest of the industry is ready or not. That future has already begun. Inside this factory, production doesn't slow down just because a model changes. One of the biggest reasons Giga Texas exists is flexibility. This is where Tesla builds its most important vehicles, starting with the Model Y, the company's global bestseller. Here, the Model Y isn't assembled piece by piece in the traditional sense. Large structural components arrive already cast. Batteries are integrated directly into the frame, and entire sections of the car move through the line with almost surgical efficiency. This is how Tesla manages to push output to a level where a completed vehicle rolls out roughly every 40 seconds. For the auto industry, that number alone feels unreal. But even that wasn't the end goal. The factory was also designed with something far more radical in mind: the Cybertruck. Unlike normal vehicles, the Cybertruck's design breaks almost every manufacturing rule. Flat stainless steel panels, exoskeleton architecture, and unconventional geometry make it extremely difficult to build using old-school methods. Giga Texas was engineered specifically to handle this challenge. Heavy-duty robots manipulate rigid steel sheets with precision, while custom tooling bends and aligns parts that most factories couldn't even process. This is one of the reasons Tesla delayed Cybertruck production for so long, not because the design was impossible, but because the factory capable of building it didn't exist yet. Now it does, but what supports all of this is something most visitors don't notice at first. Moving silently across the factory floor are automated guided vehicles, or AGVs. These small, low-profile robots handle logistics without human drivers. They carry components from one station to another, calculate optimal paths, avoid collisions, and even coordinate traffic among themselves.